Did James Gunn direct the perfect Marvel trilogy? Let's find out in my review of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Found each other. Are you ready?
Alright, I just got back from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and that was an emotional ride. Wow, that was just an emotional roller coaster of everything. I saw it in IMAX. I would go see it in IMAX if I were you. Go right away to IMAX. It's worth the extra price because you get the bigger screen, better sound, and everything. But our plot in this one takes us on basically a new journey. Still reeling from the loss of Gamora, Peter Quill must rally his team to defend the universe and protect one of their own. If the mission is not completely successful, it could possibly lead to the end of the Guardians as we know them. This plot really did make me happy because it's a great plot, but it's also simple, so you can easily understand what our characters are going through, what their main mission is, and you can basically get that from the trailers too. You can get what they're trying to do, who they're trying to take down, and basically how this is going to affect the Guardians as a whole. And we do see it affects them a lot in this movie. This plot is just really good in my opinion. I really did like the emotional efforts that James Gunn put into this plot and script that he wrote for this. It's a great script. I really did enjoy that. The characters here are all so well utilized and they all have their own arcs. I mean, every single Guardian really does have their own arc, even down to Cosmo and Kraglin. They all are just great. I think Star-Lord, Rocket, and Mantis were definitely my favorites in this one. And the addition of Will Poulter as Adam Warlock was awesome. He wasn't in it as much as I thought he was going to be, but I thought he was a great addition to the cast. And Chiwetel Ejiofor is one of Marvel's best villains. He plays the High Evolutionary in this movie, and he is actually someone you hate from the get-go. If you don't do well with animal cruelty, you will hate this guy, and you'll have a hard time watching it because he is just worthless, and he just hates things the way they are. Just like Rocket said, he does a lot of bad things to animals, and it really does affect you emotionally if you do care about animals a lot. It was really hard to watch some of those scenes with him in it, but he is a really great actor, and he really sold it. He sold it as the villain. He was a great villain in this. I loved him so much. He's probably top 10 Marvel villain right now after this performance. I think all the characters here, as I said, were all well realized. They all had their own arcs, their own send-offs. I really did enjoy all the characters and what they had to do and say. The emotions in this movie, as I said, were off the chart. They were high as ever. This is probably one of the most emotional Marvel movies you're going to get because James Gunn just does so well with emotions. He writes it so well and knows how to direct the scenes. And let me just say, it's the first movie of 2023 that I did shed tears watching because there's one scene that really did get me and I was just not ready for it. It was so sad, man. It got me so torn apart watching it, and I can't talk about it because it is a spoiler, but we'll talk about that in the spoiler review. But onto the VFX. I think the VFX are really seamless here, and they look so much better than Quantumania. Quantumania just looks like an AI film compared to this, and I don't even want to compare those two right now because this one is so much better. Everything looked great here, and Groot's new design looks so lifelike. The VFX that go into his new design are really cool, and they just look so realistic. I think that all the planets they went to look very good. Everyone's space scenes looked awesome. I feel like it's just like Guardians 1 and 2. The VFX is just off the charts, amazing as ever. That's what happens when you give them their time to finish it, and I think Marvel needs to do that more often. Soundtrack/score here. It's an awesome soundtrack. James Gunn knows how to pick his songs, and he knows how to build a complete soundtrack that goes with the movie. And you have slow songs, fast songs, and then you got more upbeat music to dance to, get hyped to. And I thought the score here was great. It reminded me more of the songs from the first one. So the score is kind of similar to the first one if you enjoyed that one. There's a lot of similarities to this one and the first one. The runtime or pace here, this is about a 2.5 hour movie. I think it's a perfect runtime and pace for me because the movie went along at such a steady pace, and everyone, as I said, got their own arc, and then you even got some great action scenes. I cannot wait to talk about one of the action scenes. It's one of Marvel's best. It's a hallway battle. You'll see it when it comes on screen. It's one of Marvel's best action scenes in my opinion. But I gotta say, the runtime, it was perfect. Everyone got their time to shine. Lots of emotional moments in there. Lots of flashbacks that really worked a lot for me. So overall, I gotta say, I absolutely love this film. And I thought it was a fantastic way to end the Guardians trilogy. And it might even be the best comic book trilogy of all time. Guardians 1, 2, and 3. I was floored by this movie. Since when it started, I was in it, and then when it ended, I was emotionally drained because James Gunn knows how to play with your feelings. He wrote a brilliant script for this one. He directed the hell out of it. I think it's a badass film for everyone to go watch. You don't even have to see any of the other Marvel films. Just watch Guardians 1 and 2. And I think you'll have a pleasant time watching this. If you're a true Marvel fan, you'll have a fantastic time watching it because I had a fantastic time and I feel like it just has everything that a Marvel fan wants. It's better than, I think it might be my number one Marvel film. A lot of people are saying it's better, it's the best since Endgame. I think it's better than Endgame, better than Infinity War, and I hold those to high standards. But this one is just outdoing anything in Phase 4. I think that Kevin Feige really did lose a great director in James Gunn. James Gunn is going to do great in DC. I cannot wait to see what he does. But overall, my score for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 is a 5 out of 5. Yep, it's my second 5 out of 5 of the year. This year is going to go down as one of the greatest years of movie history of the last 10 years, I think. Just wait until summer hits. It's going to be a lot. My second 5 out of 5 of the year. I cannot wait to go rewatch this. I'm going to have a spoiler review up probably next week, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.